Memorial Day is, I'm going to talk a little bit about the history of Veterans Day. But before I do, I was kind of wondering what I'd wear today. So I was in my closet this afternoon and kind of looking through my stuff, and I found this hat that my father gave me. So I thought I'd wear my Desert Storm hat so that I could wish from one veteran to a bunch of veterans, Happy Veterans Day. I spent 4 years in the Navy myself, and then a couple of years in the Navy Reserves. My father retired from the Army after 28 years, and he's a postal employee as well, and he retired from the post office as well. My grandfather was in World War II in the Navy, and it's kind of interesting. He was supposed to be deployed to Pearl Harbor, and right when Pearl Harbor happened, they changed his orders and pulled him out of there. Or else he very well may have been sunk on one of those ships that's in Pearl Harbor today. So there's a long history of military in my family, and there's a long just like some of yours on both sides of my family. So with that being said, let me talk a little bit about Veterans Day. Veterans Day, formerly known as Armistice Day, was originally set as a U.S. legal holiday to honor the end of World War I, which officially took place on November 11th, 1918. In legislation that was passed in 1938, November 11th was dedicated to the cause of world peace and to the hereafter celebrated and known as Armistice Day. As such, this new legal holiday honored World War I veterans. In 1954, after having been through both World War II and the Korean War, the 83rd Congress, at the urging of the veteran service organizations, amended the Act of 1938 by striking out the word armistice and inserting the word veterans. With the approval of this legislation on June 1st, 1954, November 11th became a day to honor American veterans of all wars. In 1968, the Uniforms Holiday Bill ensured 3-day weekends for federal employees by celebrating 4 national holidays on Monday: Washington's birthday, Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and Columbus Day. Under this bill, Veterans Day was moved to the 4th Monday of October. Many states did not agree with this decision and continued to celebrate the holiday on its original date. The first Veterans Day under the new law was observed with much confusion on October 25th, 1971. Finally, on September 20th, 1975, President Gerald R. Ford signed a law which returned the annual observance of Veterans Day to its original date of November 11th, beginning in 1978. Since then, the Veterans Day holiday has been observed on November 11th. If the November 11th holiday falls on a non-work day, Saturday or Sunday, the holiday is observed by the federal government on Monday. If the holiday falls on a Sunday or Friday, federal government's closing are established by the U.S. state and local government closing and are determined locally, and non-government businesses can close or remain open as they see fit, regardless of federal, state, or local government operation determinations. So I thought I'd just share a little bit about the history of Veterans Day. We're kind of short for time today because it's getting darker, at this time of the year. But from one veteran to another, I just want to wish all of you a very happy Veterans Day. To the postal veterans who are standing here in front of me, to the honor guard who's coming here today to celebrate with us, any veterans who are in the crowd who are not postal veterans, happy Veterans Day, and to your family members, thank you for coming and celebrating with us. Thank you.